Rodfather 916. Today the word is acceptance. Is your life on hold because you're waiting for people to accept your plans, your ideas, your dreams? Is your life on hold? Your love life's on hold because you want to find someone and you want to give them everything to make them love you. But are they getting the real you? Are you giving so much that there's nothing left for you? Because the reality is, even the best love stories in the world, people change. And often that change has very little to do with you. Doesn't have anything to do with you at all. It's like meeting somebody at an event and you're laughing, and then you agree to meet privately, maybe have a meal together. And while you're there, you realize you have nothing in common with this person. It's not a referendum on you. It's just that you're not a match. It says nothing about the person or nothing about you. You're just not a match. That's true of love. It one night went really, really well, and the next day it didn't. Some people take that very personally, but not realizing that probably didn't have anything to do with your looks or what you were wearing or what you were driving. But some of us believe that. Some people go as far as altering their bodies, changing their bodies, because they say, well, if I look like that person over here, people would like me better. But if that were true, why do the people who can afford to have all these augmentations, all these changes, continue to do it? Have you thought that far ahead? Because reality is, I go back to the root. Not everyone is going to accept the changes. She had her breasts too large. They weren't large enough. She had her nose. Now the nose is off. What some people, particularly young people, see as confidence, that's not confidence. That's not contentment. If you keep adding more and more and more, because you're looking at the exterior, but we rarely get to see the interior. We really know what's going on inside that person. So you have people who are considered the standards of beauty, and their boyfriends leave them. Their husbands cheat on them. What's wrong? Is it that beauty? Or maybe that relationship's just ended? Real change is confidence, to the point where you don't need someone's approval. You look in the mirror and who you are is okay. You don't need to look like anyone else. You don't need to sound like anyone else. You don't need to dress like anyone else. You dress as you. And when you realize that it's okay for people not to like you, that's freedom. That's freedom. There are people, I'm online a lot, and there are people who have nothing to say, want to send me some garbage over. I go, why are you sending me that? I'm not interested in that. Don't contact me ever again. Because I don't need 5,000 friends. Not 5,000 friends that way. I don't need 1,000 likes. I'm okay with none because I'm okay with myself. I'm not looking for your approval. It's not required. If you want to make a comment on it, just understand there are consequences for your actions. I could be a good rod father, or I could be a bastard. So maybe you should think before you speak, Karen or Kevin. Think before you speak. I'm okay with this. This is what I have. There are some people who won't like this. So won't like this, won't like that. Perfectly okay with that. And there's freedom. I wasn't born this way. When I was 20 and very young, I did want approval. Everything was based on approval. Today I'm older, having a bad hair day. I don't need your approval. You thought I did. Jeez, I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm doing the best I can. When you accept yourself, you develop a backbone that makes you sit taller. It also changes the people who approach you. These people will approach you with caution because you are confident, but you're no nonsense. Like I said, I'm not a rude person. I'm the least person to start a scene. However, at the end of the day, I'm human. And there's a possibility you could catch me at the wrong time. And there we are. Love you. Everything begins here. Everything begins here. Everything begins here. Because if you don't love yourself, it's been said, you can't love anybody else. You have love to give, but the person you need to give it to is here. Is that selfish? You need to be a little bit selfish. Because if you give it all away, you have nothing left. And those people, for whatever reason, who don't like you, who don't agree with you, who are adjusting to the change in you, they'll be okay. They may not bother with you, and you've not lost anything. Because that's not the negativity you want in your life. Acceptance is right here. It's part of that loving yourself. This is a Rod Father. Thank you for the 9 minutes of your time. Wishing you love, joy, and happiness. Bye now.